Proud auntie vibes. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Earth is Ghetto podcast. I am Sydney.
And I am Aaron.
Okay. And we are here with our topics. Hopefully you saw the little video I posted. Okay.
All four, what you said? All four of y'all?
All four of y'all. All four of y'all in my lot. No. So I do want to go ahead and make sure that we get straight to it. As far, we're just going to have, of course, as per usual, our mental health check-in. How are you feeling?
Better now. I'm just playing. I feel pretty good. I mean, like we always say, for the state of everything that is going on, and with my mental ill ass, things are going good. I have family that I'm with, because family, community is all we got.
Big facts.
Yeah, I'm very thankful.
Aww. No, honestly, we've been so lovey-dovey lately. It's fucking disgusting.
Right.
Like I just be like, I'd be like, Aaron, oh my God, I love you so much. Like, I'm so glad that we met. Like, you should see me, them, and Mallory. Oh wow. Already a live restricted. I already got a restrict. Well, okay, it's fine. There's no one here. Okay, it's fine. Anyway.
Apparently, the more likes you get, though, the more they keep your shit up.
Listen.
But it's like, I know why y'all do that. Okay.
It's fine. Let's make friends with our CIA agent. Hi, CIA agent. Okay. Anyway, but I will say in reference to my mental health, I think that the closer that me and Aaron, but between us and the rest of the family in this house have gotten closer, I feel like our mental health has really done so much. I feel like it's been so much better because we know outside is not safe, but when we come home, we all feel like a sense of safety. So that's kind of where my mental health is at. Like, yeah, it's bad outside, but I love it in my house. That's really where it is. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get straight to it. The first topic is something that Aaron went and put on the roster for us. And I want you to talk about it. Like, what made you put this on the roster for today?
So first it was sassy, then it was zesty, then it was sweet, and now it's ponk. And here's my thing, right? It's giving dog whistle so that y'all can just say the F slur but not have to say it. And I hate to bring this up, but I'm noticing a lot more from a lot of cishet black women nowadays. I want a punk best friend. Oh, you know what y'all punks saying? I'm like, ooh, white. You know, it's. And just know that this is just like calling someone the F slur. I'm like, you're not going to tell me, someone who is queer, that it's not homophobic.
It's like when people weaponize words like urban and ghetto against us, and then we have to pretend that that's not racist when we know there is only racist overtones. And this is a story that I've told before, but sometimes I feel the need to reiterate. But at one point, I had to go ahead and have a gay man go ahead and tell me, you cannot pretend to be my friend anymore. And they were correct. I was in college. There was a couple fine-ass black men who were supposed to come over and watch some BET with us, okay? They come over, we're watching stuff. I don't know who was on the screen, but all of a sudden, the F slur is being thrown everywhere. And I'm being quiet. I'm like, oh, let's change the channel. Oh, let's not do this. And oh, whatever. And then when they finally left, I turned to my friend and said, I am so sorry about that. And they said, sorry about what? Because the only thing I heard was your fucking silence. And my heart was in the right place. That's why this doesn't mean shit when you say stuff like that. Oh, my heart was in the right place. It doesn't matter that my heart was in the right place because impact over intent. I intended a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, I did not stand up for my friend and they never spoke to me again. And if you are out there, you were right. And that's something I want to tell a lot of queer people right now. The way that you want to be close to straight people is concerning. The fact that you will let them play in your face the way that you do is disgusting. Because you want them to accept you. The same way there are black people who want white acceptance. It's no different. At the end of the day, it's raccoon behavior. And for me, because I found these guys good looking, oh, now I can't speak up. Now the bitch who does nothing but talk all the time can't say shit right now. Are you going to tell me that that's not hypocrisy? The topic right now is talking about the weaponization of the word.
Not just ponk, but not just ponk, just sassy, zesty, like anything that. And this is honestly, I'm speaking from the black perspective.
Period.
So, words that we use this all the time to make black men or black masculine presenting folks like feel weak or like less than. So
you're not manly. You can't be considered a black man, because there are plenty of gay black men who identify as men, who suffer from this type of rhetoric. And it's just the truth. And the fact of the matter is that there are a lot of black women specifically who are going to use other black gay men as accessories and not as people. You have no problem when they slay your hair together, do your makeup, and pick the right outfit. But as soon as your man who you getting dick from doesn't like what's going on and doesn't like that sissy shit, all of a sudden you got nothing to say.
Oh, I forgot about sissy. They love using that one too.
You're not a real friend. I had to learn that myself. I wasn't being a real friend. How am I supposed to tell somebody that I was a real friend to that person? What a fucking lie. But that's also one of the reasons why I go so hard for the people in my life right now. And I don't play that now. Because that was a lesson I needed to be taught. Straight the fuck up. Teach these straights fucking lessons. And I wasn't even straight. Teach these straights lessons. Teach these biphobic bitches lessons. You don't get to have access to me while you go ahead and Keke with your boyfriend and pillow talk about what you think I am behind closed doors. You're not my real friend.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Silence is permission.
It is. 100%. Silence is permission. Like, if you're around anti-black people and those anti-black people feel really comfortable saying anti-black shit around you, you're also the ops. There is no person who feels comfortable saying that kind of shit around me. Why do they feel comfortable saying it around you?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when white folks have like a token black friend who feel like, oh well, my black friend lets me say the N-word, so what's the problem? Like, why do they feel so comfortable saying it around you? Well, even if, like, let's say you don't even say shit, you don't call them out like, hey, you shouldn't be saying, don't say that shit. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, why would you even be their friend? But you don't even do that. You just say, hey, you stay silent, and they just say nigga over and over again, sing to the song, rapping, whatever. It don't matter. They shouldn't be saying it, but they saying it. And it's like, why
do they feel comfortable saying that?
Comfortable saying it around you in the first place? Because everyone that knows me, the colorism, the transphobia,
featureism, xenophobia,
I did that shit right then and there.
It don't work.
I will make sure that you feel
can't talk about Africans. You can't talk about African Americans. You can't. I'm sorry, it don't fly over here. It doesn't. And the reason why is because our silence is complicity. When you are silent, you are complicit, and that's just the truth. And that's what a lot of y'all don't want to realize. And what's worse is we have a lot of women, especially black women out here, and I'm gonna say especially black women because I am a black woman. I'm going to say especially black women who are talking about men and being like, oh, when they're doing fucked up shit, oh, you must like a man. You must be sucking dick. You must be all this other BS instead of the fact that the patriarchy works in a way that they can still be attracted to women and still hate us. You don't even realize that you are invalidating your own point when you talk about the patriarchy. When you say shit like that. Anyway, I'm really tired of people having that type of rhetoric. I'm tired of the zesty. I'm tired of the sassy. I'm tired of the very backhanded who's going to be the boys. Who's going to be the bitches? Do you know how often that we are told that we're not feminine enough? That I sound like a man because of how deep my voice is? Please stop. Please stop. And what's worse is you're weaponizing something that is constantly weaponized against you as a black woman and lobbing it at other people as if prejudice, racism, bigotry, and xenophobia doesn't have a fucking boomerang. It will get to you. It will always get to you.
Period.
That's it. So I know we talked about snap cuts before, but what made you put it on
If we
time?
did, I don't remember.
Oh no, we definitely talked about snap cuts. We were talking about how 70 million, 70% of the people who are on SNAP benefits work full time. But I was kind of glad that you put it back on there
Because it's kind of finalized now. Because they only had, what was the deadline before? Like now it's like too late. Now November. I think it was today.
Yeah.
If they don't get it done, that shit like a decision today, it don't even matter if they say okay tomorrow. No, like November 1st.
That was November 1st. So we only have a few days because what is today? The 27th? We only have a few days. But one of the reasons that I was...
said like that was today. The 27th was the decision. Otherwise, it's too late. That's what I'm saying. And so it's like, if they don't come up with something today, they're not going to wait till the 31st.
Oh, wow.
that's what I was trying to say. So...
We are so fucking cooked. Okay, anyway. What I was going to say, the reason why I was glad that you put it back on the roster for us to talk about is because there's recently been a YT woman on whether it's TikTok, I'm not sure what social media, who was asking people, what did you do with October's food money? She said, were you buying just a bunch of processed food? Were you buying soda? Is that why? There's only 2 of us in this house, but I know I could make $1,100 in food stamps last more than 1 month. She just admitted there's only 2 adults in her house. She just admitted there's only 2 adults in her fucking house. Do you think if it was just me and Aaron that we couldn't live? Shut up. Okay, moving on, right? Come to find out, because TikTok is a ruthless fucking place. And sometimes the only justice most people are going to get is this kind, right? So, come to find out, she actually doesn't have custody of her children. You can't even make breakfast for your kids, legally. And you're talking about what people did with October's food stamp money as if niggas don't eat in October? No, seriously, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Shout out to Amanda Seales. Like, what's happening? I'm so fucking confused. And I feel like the worst part of it whenever we talk about food stamps, things like this, we have a lot of people who I like to call the super poors. So the super poors are the ones who are a little less poor than regular poor. But as far as they're concerned, as long as they're not your type of poor, you can't tell me shit. So the super poors are out here telling us that, guess what? I don't know what you did with the money. I'm sorry that you're broke, but I'm tired of paying for your food. Come to find out, for the average person, in reference to taxes, it's about 2 to 4 pennies that come out of your check for food stamps. Did we know that there is a several $billion reserve just for food stamps that they are refusing to use? Did y'all hear me? Did y'all hear me?
I don't think they heard you, friend.
We could have food. They just said no.
Eat shit.
They said sucks to suck is what they said. Let's be super clear on what's happening here. That's one of the reasons I was so glad that you put it back on the roster, because yes, we were giving like all kinds of life statistics, and there was actually somebody on my Instagram, I believe, that said something along the lines of, do you are you really looking at the statistic in a particular way to be able to, like, I'm not even sure what they were trying to say. And I was just like, in what context do low income people not deserve food? I will wait. It's been days. No response. Oh, hey, Diablo. Said the
Mormon church could pay for
everyone's food twice over and still have some left, but they won't. And these are the Christians, right? But this is why when I tell you, when Christians are doing what they do best and you're like, you're not being a real Christian, they are.
Yep.
Read Judges 19. They are. These are the, this is what's happening. Oh, this is not really Christian values. Are you sure?
Checks out to me.
Killing firstborns, drowning babies. I like killing babies with stones and shit. Like going ahead and like making sure that Job is basically tortured because God wanted to make a bet with the devil. No, I was like, no, that's fine. It's cool. Like I just like on a regular basis, I get tired of hearing the bullshit. And what's worse is that you have people who claim to believe in a higher power who are saying that it's totally okay for poor people to not have food, for people to not have housing. You are disgusting.
But you know what?
What?
God will provide. See, that's the thing. We don't need food stamps. Because God is always on our side.
Let me know when you take the Bible and roast it over an open fire and you can eat that shit.
He's always
Let me know when you
us.
can roast them papers and make some food.
For these past 400 years, he's been with us. And we just love God.
Damn, 400 years and you've been with us. We was enslaved for a long time, my nigga. Like, what happened?
See, the thing is, friend, we have free will.
Oh.
And as black folks...
And it was our free will to be enslaved?
It was a scheme that Todd set up.
Oh, it was a scheme that Todd set up. I ain't gonna play with you no. I ain't gonna play with you no more.
See if we could get
not
out
a scheme that Todd set up. Nah, I'm sorry. No, we doing too much now. No, but no, I need people to understand.
It was to test our faith.
But I need people to understand.
See if we can get out of our shackles.
No, for real though. But more than anything else, I need people to understand that a lot of times you are going to work with some unfeeling people. A lot of people that you are around are unfeeling as fuck, who have no problem stepping over a hurt, blind, homeless person to get where they gotta go. I need you to understand that.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
I don't know who this Todd is, but I'm hearing a lot. I don't like him. You're so stupid.
It was a scheme that God... Ooh, let me shut up.
You know, it was really a scheme that God set up. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's a... whatchamacallit, it's a Housewives of Atlanta reference. Okay, girl, it's fine. Mm-hmm. And by the way, it's not worth it to look it up. But, now, the next topic that...
No, I still got some more to say about it, though.
Oh, no, please. Please.
It really does sadden me. Black people, my black folks, do we want to be free or not? It seems like a lot of us don't. And I'm just going to say it. Black folks who are deconstructing, black atheists, non-black Christians, non-black Christians, black people who are not Christian, basically, versus black Christians, we still do live in two different worlds at this point. Because look around you. Our people are being killed left and right.
Regularly.
And these white folks still don't see us as human.
It's the truth.
So this, because I've been getting comments, oh, all you do is drag Christianity. Christianity is a plague. Especially for my people. And I don't know, until we let that shit go, what are we doing? And I know it's hard as fuck, because I used to be...
Bro, you see how Aaron had an epileptic seizure in the Lord just now?
I used to be all that shit. I used to do all that shit.
Listen, my grandparents were pastors. When I say Aaron and I have been in the trenches in reference to Christian church, this is not a joke. You are not talking to people who have no idea what Christianity is. And also, please stop asking Aaron why they are dragging Christianity. That was the religion that indoctrinated them. Please stop.
Right.
If they were indoctrinated by Islam, if they were indoctrinated by Judaism, if they were indoctrinated by something else, then that's what they would fucking talk about.
And what's funny is some of these folks still follow me, I'm like, why are you following me if you don't like what I got to say? Well, I like what you said about white supremacy. Then why do you not expect me to bring Christianity into it? Because those go hand in hand.
How do you think those separate? Jay is so cool said, I have a question to ask y'all. Y'all think Christianity is an urban legend in itself? Yes. Boston Catholic on one side, Southern Baptist on the other, indoctrination sandwich. Literally. And I feel like what's worse is that you'll even have certain factions of Christianity, like Jehovah's Witness, who will look down on everything else and be like, oh, God, little g. You know how like Christianity is like, you have to capitalize the G in order for it to be respectful. You have to understand that a lot of people who believe in Abrahamic religions, they are going to look down on everything else that's not them. Now, I am not an atheist. Aaron is, right? But one of the reasons why we get along is that we're just open with speaking with each other about our experiences. And it's not me trying to tell Aaron that my experiences need to have an effect on them, especially in reference to laws. I'm not making laws that are going to affect Aaron in a specific way. Oh my God.
Right.
Diablo says, Jay is so cool. Which Bible do you have? KJV or Geneva? That's how you know that's a bitch who went to church. Oh, my baby sister's in here. Everybody say late happy birthday to my little sister Jordan Ashley. She's so pretty.
White supremacy. Yeah, because they do go hand in hand.
They do.
That's why it really saddens me when I see black folks like, and again, I know it's like cultural at this point. Jesus is a part of the culture, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, it is.
So it's like to take that away, and then it's like to know that at the end of all of this fuckery, there's a light at the tunnel after all this that we go through as black folks on this planet. I try my best to give y'all grace, but then I would hear y'all say things like, we don't care about food stamps, and it's okay that Trump is in office because God is on the ballot, and all this other dumb shit. That's why I'm like, wow, we would never, ever, ever be free.
And I think the issue is that you portray Christianity as this very all-loving thing, but then you don't care about kids getting free lunch. You don't want people who don't have enough to. And this is why I say Christianity, when you're like, oh, that's not very Christian of you. It is, though. It is. It's very Christian.
Thank you.
Like, you have to understand that, like, let's be for real. You had Abraham go up a mountain and was about to go and kill their son because God told him to. And then when God was like, oh, psych, I just want to see if you love me for real.
I was just playing. It was just a little jokey joke.
Okay, I guess let's have the most awkward walk down the mountain that's ever been recorded.
As God, who was supposed to be all-knowing, just wanted to know if he was going to do what I said, even though I knew what was going to happen in the future anyways. You see how this shit works? You see how the contradictions don't make no damn sense?
I think of Abraham's son all the time, just walking down the mountain like, what the fuck, Dad? No, but for real.
Like, damn, like, what the fuck like, what did I do to you?
I'm sorry. If anybody tells me in the middle of the night, there's a voice, Sydney. Go into Aaron's bedroom and sacrifice them on a stone altar because I said so. Do you know I'm going to knock on Aaron's door and I'm going to be like, you got to take me to the hospital? I'm hearing things that can't be right because I don't want to do that. But there's somebody in here saying that I should do that. So I feel like we should talk to them people.
Sydney knows, and I told her, I said, if I ever come to you saying that I'm saved and I'm straight again and
I love vagina. No.
I read the Bible. Well, I did read the Bible twice. That's how I was like, none of this shit is real.
At least twice.
But saying that, oh, it turns out the Bible is true and you can't be gay and talking donkeys do exist and all this other shit. Take me to the hospital ASAP.
And it won't even be a problem. I swear to God, it'll be the first time I actually drive their vehicle. I'm going to put them into the back seat. I'm going to go ahead and put Mallory in the front, and we're driving them to the hospital. I'm not even waiting on the ambulance. I'm not even waiting on them. I'm driving them to the hospital.
Okay.
And I just want people to understand that a lot of times when you will equate like a religion to a certain type of ethics, I need you to understand that you're lying to yourself. Remember when Tony went ahead and got a flat tire? And you and I went to go help them fix the flat tire. Now, neither Aaron, no Tony, know nothing about flat tires. It's fine. So they decide to bring the closest they know to a lesbian to go ahead and fix their flat tire for them.
Y'all know how to change the tire.
Listen, I swear to God we do. So I'm doing a thing, and I'm like, listen, I don't know the man whose car it really belongs to. I don't want to fuck this up. And remember, in Georgia, it's a lot of inclines. So I'm here trying to pump this shit up, and it's sliding. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up this man's car. Nah, ain't nobody gonna call my black ass and be like, I did it. So we decide to move the car. Remember, the place that we moved in, that we slid into just to try and fix it was actually a church parking lot. A church parking lot. When I realized that I was gonna fuck up this car and ain't nobody gonna call me for shit, okay, we decided to go and move the car a little bit closer to the door, like the entrance of the church. Do you know somebody came on the intercom and was like, y'all can't be here, y'all gotta go.
I remember that, yeah. I said, well, you're kind of in a stuck situation.
Do you think I would be here?
You think I want to be in this fucking...
It's dark outside, and it's a lot of wood.
Okay.
And listen, as a black person, I love the woods, but I don't love accidentally going into them.
Right.
That's a problem. If I go into the woods, a nigga know they going.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to the woods. That's a problem. The mega church pastor in Texas who wouldn't allow people in during the freeze a couple years back. Oh, Joel Osteen.
Yeah. Can't make this shit up, y'all. You really can't.
We are three people who have a fucked up tire. And I don't know if they were just like, oh, look at all these gays outside. I don't know if that's why they didn't help us. But
it's funny when you think about it. 2 witches and an atheist on the church ground trying to change a tire. That's hilarious.
Doesn't that sound like the worst fucking dad joke ever told? 2 witches and an atheist walk into a church.
Trying to change the tire, honey.
It was fucking ridiculous. And I only tell that story to let people know is that you cannot go ahead and go by what a person's like ideology, what you feel like their ideology is. It does not mean that they actually give a fuck about you. I need you to make that super clear because it's just not true. All right, so.
More on Tyler, the Creator. What else did he do, friend?
Let me sip, hold on.
Unfortunately, I ran out.
Yeah,
and I ain't got no ice in mine.
It's okay, take some, let's go. All right, so. As I was looking up Tyler the Creator, I'm about to call this man Tyler Perry. As I was, the only church I'm supporting nowadays is the Satanic Temple. They're feeding people. And
they are feeding people.
Is okay. And all I have to say is
y'all's pastor? Let me stop. Ooh, almost. Ooh, girl, is y'all's churches?
In the water. Wait in the water, children.
God will always.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you know how insane it is to have a faction of people that I have been told to be afraid of my entire life to go ahead and actually feed people? And the people that I grew up with are like, well, I don't want to give them any money because they may buy drugs. Do you see how it's not the same? Anyway, moving on. So Tyler the Creator. How did you get introduced to Tyler the Creator, friend? Let me ask before I get into all of this, because I first found out about Tyler the Creator in 2011 when the song She came out.
It was some song I was like,
In
okay.
the dark when you're sleeping.
It was some song he was singing on, and the melody was so good. This was like in 2018.
Yes.
I only know a few of his songs. I don't because.
So when were you privy to the?
But I did go to a predominantly white high school, and I think that that was shady. And I think that's how because they loved him over there,
Brad.
And they were playing his music, and I think that's how I got first introduced to him.
So, Tyler the Creator, when you listen to the song She, as a person that has a stalker, hi Mark, As a person that has a current stalker and has had one since 2017, listening to the song She was actually very triggering for me. And when you listen to the lyrics, I'm not going to lie, there are some things about it that honestly should disturb anyone, right? So obviously, just recently we found out about the fact that Tyler, the Creator, went ahead and was selling t-shirts with the KKK on them. He said shit like, the fact that R. Kelly was able to pee on a bitch and get away with it was the swaggiest shit he's ever heard. He said, I hope that black people don't prove. Yes, Allison, yes. Allison is like, I beg your motherfucking pardon. Yes. He also went ahead and said that he raped a pregnant woman and that was a threesome. I guess the fetus was involved. I don't know. When I say the list goes on and on and on, all right, of the things that Tyler, the Creator, has said. What I did not know, even after all of the grape, I'm trying to be as good as I can, all of the grape lyrics this man has, I did not realize he had a song called Grape.
I just found this out today.
Grape. Which, by the way, there's a lyric that says in it, I'm going to make this shit bleed. I'll be honest. There's an issue that I have with the way that people are talking about Tyler, the Creator. Van Lathan, who I deeply respect, basically called him like the wayward younger brother that says crazy shit.
Not the locker room talk excuse.
I actually have a crazy little brother. He ain't never said that. Like, clinically. Do you know what I mean? Like, saying crazy shit is one thing. This, though, thank you. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. If there were lyrics that said that I harm children, that I harm animals, there would be no space for that. They would say you must do that in real life. But when we say we harm women, some reason we can go ahead and say, you know what? They were just talking. They just wanted to be edgy. I don't think a person can have this many lyrics like this because you didn't just say it. You didn't just write it. You recorded it. You promoted it. I'm supposed to expect you have no victims? And this is why I don't listen to LA rappers like that. You know? Listen, we ain't gonna do all that. Calm down, friend. But I'm just being honest with you. Tyler, the Creator, as a person, I'm not gonna lie. It's very scary to me. The way that he used to talk about dark-skinned black women. They're burnt. They're ghetto. They're this. They're that. Uplifting George Zimmerman during what happened to Trayvon Martin. This is not a joke. And I don't think I like the way people are talking about it as if, oh, well, he's just an edgelord. He's just an edgelord. He's just that little nephew who said crazy shit. I'm sorry, bro. I can't go with you on that journey. I can't. And I understand that just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true. Listen, you got bitches like Cupcake and that other English chick. I believe they asexual and they lyrics, I feel like I'm too young to listen to. I'm going to be 39 next year. So I be listening to lyrics like, oh my God. So Cupcake.
Clutch my pearls, honey.
Lord, Cupcake. You be saying some things I can't go down with you on that journey, girl, but I'm still getting the album, right?
I'm still gonna pop that ass.
Do you know what I mean? But, you know, by myself, because I want people to think. But anyway, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I understand that people will go ahead and say certain things and it not be true. Like, a fucking Future, for instance, talking about all the drugs he taking. You're like, I'm a vegan. You know what I mean? Like, he'll go ahead and say all kind of ridiculous shit that he doesn't actually. Okay, that part's not true, but you understand what I'm saying. So, like, but you know what I'm saying, where it'd be completely opposite. But I feel like there is a difference when we are talking about sexual violence. I'm sorry. I feel like there's a difference when that's what you're talking about. And I don't like the way that people are talking about Tyler, the Creator. Like he is, he's just, annoying and he's edgy and he was just doing some crazy shit that one time. Nah, dog. You were 24. I was 24. And listen, I'm obviously older than Tyler, the Creator by a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we both knew enough. I knew enough at 24, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I wasn't out here talking about raping folks.
No, for real. I wish I could post some pictures of my face right now because words cannot express. Allison said when I got a pause and it'd be like, oh, great heavens. No, for real.
Right.
No, for real. And listen, we're going to move on to the next topic, but I just need people to understand that at least from the Earth is Ghetto podcast, you're way more harmful than you're trying to say. And I don't like the fact that we're almost trying to put sugar on shit when it comes to that. I don't like that. Because that was not a small thing that you did. And then you have the audacity to get upset when the fan base you created brick by brick doesn't give a fuck about black people. Because at one point you didn't either. And you didn't update your white fan base that you felt differently. So what are we supposed to say?
Yep. Your white fan base basically said, what happened to the clan and the outfit, Tyler? You talking about D'Angelo? We don't know who that is, but we want you to keep... Girl, they're used to you in a certain way.
And that's the truth. Allison said, I feel like it's the same for horror films too. Many are using sexual violence as a lazy form of horror. Oh my God, we gotta talk about it. It's a cheap way to get shock and I can't stand that. Be lyrical and slick with it like Kendrick. No, seriously. See, and listen, I got all kinds of things that I could say about Kendrick Lamar. But at the end of the day, that's not one thing they do. Kendrick has never been lazy lyrically. Ever. Never in life. And that's just the truth. And I'll be honest with you. When we talk about Tyler, the Creator, I feel like we're infantilizing him.
Hey, friend.
Okay. But no, seriously, we're infantilizing Tyler, the Creator, and there's nothing to infantilize. That is a grown man. That's a grown man. Even when we talk about Jared Carmichael, who did that joke about, I guess, him being a slave and his white boyfriend teaching him how to read.
Jared Carmichael, the guy. Isn't he into race play or something like that?
Would it shock you if he was?
It definitely wouldn't. I didn't watch the show, the documentary he put out or whatever, because I just didn't want to get a headache.
No, and that was going to give me a headache, and I could tell you right now that's exactly what it was.
You can't. I will, because it's just racism. It's not a kink, and you're not going to tell me otherwise.
You and Bob the drag queen. Sorry, babe. Sorry, babe.
So this whole, because I remember I made a video talking about it. I was like, girl, this is straight up racism. If you let your man call you the N-word in the bedroom, he's a Nazi. He's racist.
And I don't care what gender you are.
I don't care how it turns you on. You, not only do you hate yourself, but you are with someone who is racist.
And I don't care how you identify. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what's going on. But let me tell you something. The fact that you are willing to be degraded like that, that needs to be dissected. You need to go talk to that lady. Okay?
I think it's time to go see that lady.
Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to Dear Keke Palmer.
I love when we both started scratching our head, girl.
Because it's a lot. I cannot watch horror movies like that because it's not even horror. It's just a thriller. Those thriller films we'll never watch. Let me tell you something. Keke Palmer, I just want to say first and foremost, I know what pulchritude means because of you. All right?
What does that mean?
So pulchritude is just basically kind of a love of something, but she that was a word that she was spelling in Aquila and the Bee. It was like a really big deal. And especially in black neighborhoods, and just seeing that type of vocabulary, it made people want to be like, I can spell too, bitch. And listen, her the person who played her mom was Angela Bassett. Okay, I will never be able to be able to describe how amazing Keke Palmer is in reference to an entertaining space, right? Cool. Babe, I heard the first 4 minutes and she said cornbread. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're gonna move on. But anyway, so
not terrifying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if that's something that you are quote unquote into, you do need to see a therapist ASAP.
No, there's a severe problem. So recently, Keke Palmer went ahead and decided to create a TV show called Southern Fried Rice. And it's about an Asian woman acclimating to an HBCU. So I'm going to be honest. Was Aquafina producing? What's happening right now? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Listen, it was bad enough you decided you wanted to go ahead and put Jonathan Majors, about to call this nigga Anthony, Jonathan Majors on your podcast. Then you wanted to go ahead and be like, because you couldn't put that one on, you're like, oh, Offset, he didn't beat nobody, let's do that one. And now you want to do Southern Fried Rice. Let me tell you something, Keke Palmer. I'm on your side for a lot of different things. But I'm also not stupid. So my love, I'm offended for Asian people. Do you know how nuts that is?
Even they've been making videos about it, like,
and
hey,
as they should. Me looking for the people asking for a show like this. No, Allison, let me know if you found one, because I want to talk to them. No, I'm dead at. Let's have a conversation.
You know?
Because tell me why you need this. We don't even have enough TV shows about black people going to HBCUs. What's happening right now? Are we just like edging into like, oh, you know, we're going to go see if Conrad is doing well at Harvard. Like, what? Jay is so cool says, like, honestly, I don't expect her to make something like this, judging by her background in acting. Let me tell you something. This is why I'm going to tell you that education is not going to always count for a lot. Because that doesn't mean that you're not willing to exploit. It doesn't mean that you're not willing to do certain things in order for you to get on top. You don't need an education to know how to exploit. And that's the truth. Diallo says she could have used someone who's Chinese born in Mississippi Delta. That makes more sense. No, for real. If that was really what you were going to do, and then we'd actually have to have reasons as to why you want to go to an HBCU in the first place. Keke Palmer, you're a beautiful woman. You're a talented woman. And I love at least 75% of the things that you do. However, just because black people made this, just because educated black people were involved, doesn't mean it was okay to make. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what Asian Step and Fetch It said it was okay for you to write whatever the hell you writing, but it's not all right. It's not all right. And who names a college show that? No, seriously.
Right.
But it's okay. Anyway, sorry, Keke. Listen, I hope that I only wish the best for you, but whatever this is, this looks terrible. And you're so cute. This ain't cute. It's not matching, friend. It's just not.
It's a chop, sis.
Yes. All right. Now, down to the safety PSA. This is something that I want. You can go ahead and key it up to get played. There's a lot of us who are not born American in this country. There are DACA residents. There are people whose parents are not American. There are just people around who don't seem American, period. I want you to listen to this because this is going to help you at the end of the day, and that's just the truth.
and they grabbed me and they started to drag me across the driveway on the ground.
Haba was taken inside the gates where he says he was overpowered, handcuffed, and remained for about an hour.
And they put their foot or something on my back and some part of them on my neck.
That's Quinn Haverhill, outside of a Portland ICE facility. He's 4'6". He is no threat to those agents. They brutalize him. This man is described by others as an inspirational light. He's been to these protests before. Last week he was at one where he was over that blue line, so he was on federal property. They picked him up and dropped him. Was he over on purpose? I don't know. Cut him some slack. The man is blind. But over the weekend, he went back out again and showing courage that these ICE agents never would. And you can see he's not over that blue line. They just brutalized him, but to be so vulnerable and have the courage, he's a far bigger and better man than any of those ICE agents ever were.
Now we're going to go ahead and play the next video because I just wanted to give an example of the things that are happening because they don't care who it is. They don't care what you've got going on.
Thousands of people across the country have been DMing me for months, this entire year, as a matter of fact, asking what they can do. Right now, I'm giving you 3 things to do. It can make a massive difference if the unthinkable happens. I repeat,
from an attorney.
It can and will make a massive difference if the unthinkable happens. Send this to your family, your loved ones, your community members, your neighbors. This is not about politics. This is about human dignity and safety. Number 1, download the Ready Now app. I know you hear app and you think this is a scam, she's selling something. First, it's not, and second, I'm not being paid for this. No one should disappear in ICE detention without a trace. ICE arrests are sudden, disorienting, and leave people unable to notify their loved ones or arrange for child care, pet care, or access legal help. This app literally means the difference between being listed as a missing person or not, your loved ones knowing where you are or not, and accessing legal help that you need, which could get you likely out of detention much faster. It gives real people an emergency plan and activates that plan with one click if they face imminent arrest. Also gives you access to critical legal aid. Unlike paper or PDF-based emergency response plans, Ready Now is built for real-time response. If users have a run-in with ICE, they press the big button and that is all they need to do. Ready Now will send out those emergency messages to the pre-assigned contacts and the legal help that you probably accessed because of Ready Now. Users can opt in to share their information with the National Immigration Legal Response Alliance, a network of pro bono immigration attorneys nationwide. If detained, NILRA will be notified and will try to connect the user with an attorney depending on availability. Why should you trust it? Because it was developed by immigration attorneys for their clients. Human Rights First in partnership with the Acacia Center for Justice. All data on Ready Now is encrypted, stored only on the user's device, and deleted after an alert is sent, preventing access if the phone is seized. As we've seen time and time again, ICE is racially profiling U.S. citizens and detaining them. This can be used by anyone to have a plan in place for childcare, pet care, your job, bills, medicine, medical needs, anything like that. The second thing that you can do other than download this app and share it with your friends is to donate or support in any way the Acacia Center for Justice. The Acacia Center for Justice is a nonprofit, non-governmental organization that seeks to bridge the gap between the people in immigration court and the lawyers they critically need, including pro bono immigration attorneys who represent unaccompanied children in immigration court because they are not, by law, entitled to an attorney by default. So Acacia fills that gap. Donating to them and supporting them, no matter how small your donation, means the world. Number 3, volunteer. First, for attorneys. If you want to volunteer your time and skills to a nonprofit organization defending immigrant rights, go to the link in my bio. For non-attorneys, you can volunteer by joining Witness for Justice, a new program by Acacia where regular people can observe immigration court proceedings and report on what they see. Because justice demands witnesses, court observers play a vital role. By joining W4J, you help expose what's happening to these families and children in immigration court. Our goal is to restore visibility and accountability. Register for Witness for Justice. You can email w4j@acaciajustice.org. There is unlimited power in your voice. Communicate these resources, download, donate, and volunteer. Do what works for you, not for politics, but for humanity and for dignity. Go to the links in my bio for everything that you need.
So I really wanted to make sure that we heard that because we know that people who listen to us, especially first generation Americans, Black people, brown people, all over, you need this information. We don't know what's going to happen when we step outside. We just don't. And I don't want to fearmonger and make people feel like it's unsafe for you to walk outside. But if you are going to go, I need you to hear what I'm saying. I need you to hear what other people are saying to protect you. And that's just the truth. So we're going to go on to our last topic of the day. This is a quick show. When is the next day that you're off so that we know when our next show is going to be?
tomorrow, maybe, because.
Amen. No, if it's not going to be tomorrow
Thursday.
because maybe there's not enough news that's happened, it's going to be after that.
Friday.
Friday.
not
But
tomorrow.
also, I just want to let you know that Not Your Magical Negro podcast is something that I am restarting. It was something that I was doing with myself and with Tony. I'm going to go ahead and restart by myself. So we are going to be doing Interview with the Vampire and Promise Neverland, the anime. So I just want you guys to go ahead and stay tuned for that. Thank you. So let's go ahead and go to the last topic. I know there's a lot of us who love dystopian movies, who watch end of the world stuff. And I want us, along with the same people who kind of are obsessed with serial killers, I need you to understand how real this is. Yeah, you see what I'm about to play?
Yeah.
Do you
I
see
saw
what I'm about to
this,
play?
yeah.
Okay. For your listening pleasure, welcome Steve Bannon.
Listening pleasure.
Going to be president in 28.
Can't wait.
And people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what
But
about the 22nd Amendment?
there's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is. But there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will. And you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
You're not driving me crazy. I'm really I'm trying to understand the coherence of the things you've just told me. On the one hand, you've said the Constitution is fit for purpose. Secondly, you've said that President Trump needs another term, even though the 22nd Amendment makes pretty clear that he cannot have another term.
Why does it make that clear?
Because he's on his second term already.
At some point in time, we will make sure we go through, Zanny, and define all those terms.
But you will be undermining the spirit of that amendment, even if you find some way around it.
If the American people, with the mechanisms we have, put Trump back in office, are the American people tearing up the Constitution? Would that be tearing up?
Well,
Would the American people be going against the spirit of the Constitution, ma'am?
I think yes, actually, because I think what you will end up with is a populist justification for a quasi-dictatorship.
That's not true at all. Trump
That's what it sounds like.
It's not. Trump is a dictatorship. Did you just see the compromises he had to make on the big beautiful bill? You see the compromises he has to do on everything, on accommodating Zelensky, on what President Trump. President Trump is nothing but a series of negotiations to kind of keep this thing rolling forward, where he's having trade-offs all the time.
Steve, you've just spent the last 20 minutes telling me we have to smash the other side. There's no room for debate. There's no room for compromise. We must smash them. And now you're telling me this is a negotiation. I mean, that's
no.
I guess that's why it seems to me some kind of tension there.
The only way President Trump wins in 2028 and continues to stay in office is by the will of the American people. Okay? And the will of the American people is what the Constitution embodies. And so I think we're going to be in good hands there. We need to finish what we started.
When they say American people, you know what they mean.
Okay. So you were able to listen to it in entirety. The things I want to say about this guy would put me on another watch list.
Look,
Diablo, don't do what you usually do, because you can't have like a 7th page, my nigga. You don't do it, friend.
I'm pretty sure I'm on a good 12. Do you remember when I was still like when I first like started the whole taking TikTok?
Oh yeah.
And I was saying
No,
some things.
Diablo, don't do it. Okay, cause then I can't find you. I'm glad I got your number now. Damn. She stay getting banned.
Y'all know how radical I am. And I believe in armed violence resistance. And I'll just leave it at that. Because these people got us fucked up.
I believe in the type of resistance that is going to scare people. So a lot of times when people want to have a conversation with me about what is going to happen next, we can't have. So what I will say, in reference to what you just heard Steve Bannon say, you heard him talk about how he was going to violate a lot of amendments that we have in the U.S., a lot of amendments that we have in the Constitution. And the reason that I wanted to play that is because I need you to stop having faith in the Constitution, in that piece of paper, as if that's going to save you. It's not. They've made that super clear. It's not going to help you, my love, my friend. It's not.
America can't be saved.
And one of the reasons that it cannot be saved is because you think that it's worth saving. One of the reasons why it can't, because when you think that it's worth saving, it means that you want to go ahead and uphold some of these corporate systems. You want to uphold a lot of different systems that are only antithetical to brown and black people's like fucking revolution. If we're gonna be honest, it's one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of white friends. I'm sorry, I don't have any white friends. I have friends who happen to be white. Very fucking different. I have friends who happen to be white who are just as invested, as fucking up this administration as I am. And this is not just a Republican administration. This is not just a Democrat administration. We are fighting for the little people who need help, period. You want to go ahead and put left, right, wrong, all kinds of things on it. We're not on the same side. We're not. I believe all people.
Vice President, I remember that.
That man said he was running for VP and then come, girl.
And here's the thing, y'all, because a lot of people don't like when I talk about like violence and shit, but people still want to watch the NFL and go to NFL games. So if it's not stop a general strike, stop going to work, stop buying shit, dumb shit that you stop trying to buy the next Stanley Cup, stop trying to buy the next iPhone, stop trying to, you watched that game last night, stop going to concerts. No one wants to stop doing that. So
at all.
If it's not that, then yeah, armed violence resistance.
And then a lot of people,
do you know that you live in a colonial settler state?
And a lot of people aren't willing to call out their faves. I'm sorry, I love Kendrick Lamar. Let's be honest. But at the end of the day, you performed for the NFL. That still hasn't given Colin Kaepernick any of the things that he deserves.
I've been saying.
Did you speak out when that person was running across your fucking stage with the Palestinian flag on? Did you say anything? And what I don't, and listen, Kendrick Lamar has never said that he was an activist. But if that is indeed the case, why are you cosplaying as one? I missed y'all this time, but I will be back. It's all right, CJ, we here. But do you understand what I'm saying? Love, babe, but there is no ethical millionaire. Ethical billionaires. Listen, there could be an ethical millionaire. That's possible. An ethical billionaire? Impossible.
I don't even think millionaires should exist.
Look,
y'all know. Look, y'all going, ooh, y'all ain't ready for that. Okay. A monetary system.
Maybe if I was a millionaire, I'd feel different. But no, let me stop. No, but I'll be honest with you. Let's be honest with ourselves. Yes. Beyonce is one of the billionaires, and we always talk about eating the rich. That means her too. Maybe we'll eat her last because I would like a new album, but we're gonna be honest about what happened.
And notice how a lot of
Bill Gates, of course. A lot of these celebrities are literally a distraction. Me and Aaron were talking about this the other day. The celebrities are the pories of the 1%. Being used to go ahead and like tap dance in front of us.
A lot of our faves are flying out. You got Beyonce and Jay-Z moving to the UK. What's the other couple name that's rich as hell? They going to fucking they can leave.
They got enough money.
They said, bitch, keep buying our
shit.
They
got enough. Rihanna, Adele, Gaga, Bill Gates, yes.
But come to our concert. And then they gonna be gone the next day. Like, girl, we're underwhelmed.
And just so you know, Bad Bunny, I know I spoke about this before.
Underreacting, I meant.
Bad Bunny, what a sexy man.
Fine as hell. And that's coming from someone. You know how. You know how I am.
Listen, you know how we are.
You know how we are.
But The fact that Bad Bunny went out of his way to say, I am not going to promote any of my shows in the US because I don't want ICE coming to my shows and picking up the people who are coming just to go ahead and perform for the Super Bowl. Tell me that's not fucked up.
And y'all are not also going to like what I'm about to say as well. Because, yes, okay, cool. Ooh, I hope he speaks everything in Spanish. And I do too, right? But also, we shouldn't be watching the NFL to begin with.
But also, upsetting white people cannot be your politic.
And we shouldn't be watching the NFL to begin with.
Lazo said they get paid. Jay Ziegel, all of them. Diablo said they all live elsewhere too. They don't even live in America most of the time anyway. Jay Ziegel said, I hate to say this, but Doechii. Oh shit, what's happening to Doechii? Diablo says Bad Bunny being the halftime show is a distraction. It's all a part of the game. And listen, so Laszlo also said Bad Bunny will triumph. In what? And then Diablo says, do you really know how to play the game? Let me tell you something. I feel like for a lot of people, we refuse to be honest about our faves. Mm-hmm. Whether it's Beyonce, whether it's Jay-Z, we don't want to be honest about how these things are actually like evolving. We don't want to have those conversations. And I need you to understand, irregardless of race, people who have $1 billion are only going to exploit you. It doesn't matter what they look like. I love you. You and I will never part. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. It will never work that way. And I feel like that's what kills me, is that there are so many people, whether they love Beyonce or whoever it is, the parasocial relationships have gotten to a point where we can't even move on from them. Like, I'll have a real fight with somebody over something so stupid because I refuse to think that it's okay for Beyonce to go and have a commercial for a blood diamond.
Celebrities are not your friend. Yes, it's okay to respect their work, love their art, or whatever. But y'all don't know these people, and these people don't care about us. Y'all know my favorite's Beyonce. And even then, I get called, apparently I'm not a true Beyonce, or I hate Beyonce because I call out her bullshit when it comes to the capitalism of it all and the cash grabs. And I've been told time and time again, oh, you're a hater, you don't really like Beyonce. When it's like, no, I'm actually very inspired by her. She's the reason why I'm taking singing seriously now. Because, like, you know.
Yo, when I say this woman's voice is a fucking instrument, so both Aaron and I sing, right? And we're both very technical and classical about what we're trying to learn. So I've had a singing teacher, they've had a singing teacher. Like, we're very, very much like involved when it comes to the way that some sounds come out of that throat. Okay? So we obviously have so much respect for Beyonce. But at the end of the day, you cannot do a formation tour and then go ahead and have an African album and then sell a blood diamond. I'm sorry, my love. I love the talking points. I fuss down over my fave, but I know her pros. Listen, we know her pros and we know her cons. It's okay.
And that's the thing, like, and
all of this, Aaron, yeah.
if I'm being honest, as much as I loved it vocally and sonically, the Cowboy Carter album, strictly just those two things, vocally and sonically, I do think that is a stain on her career. The whole propaganda of it all in the Black Americana and trying to reclaim the settler colonial state.
But let's talk about that for a second, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand what we mean when we talk about that. Like Cowboy Carter, we're not going to pretend was not a work of art, because it was. But at the end of the day, I feel like her point was trying to make Black Americans more patriotic. And for me, that means I'm talking to the ops. We should absolutely be able to call out our faves this way. Somebody said, some people are Black Americans and that's okay. You people let Caribbeans celebrate their heritage. Wait, hold on. I need everybody to understand. There is nothing more than I want than for Black people to celebrate their heritage. But I need you to understand that it's in spite of American nationalism, not because of it. In spite. Black Americans have fought in every war just to come back home and not be able to sit next to their counterparts. Do you know how crazy it is? And whether it was Hannah Hanoi or whether it was somebody else who was dropping down letters to Black American soldiers, letting them know no matter how hard you fight, you can't sit next to them afterwards. Were they wrong? Jamaicans can wave a Jamaican flag, but AAs can't wave an American flag. First of all, you can wave an African American flag. I don't know why an American flag would do anything for you.
Right.
I'm first generation African American. I cannot understand how that would do anything for you. Their ancestors stitched that flag. They should be able to use it how they please. I don't know who you're arguing with, Miss Sakura Saturn. I thought it was Sakuna, and I was just like, are you also a JJK fan? Because I loved Jujutsu Kaisen. No, because Nanami, oh my God, that's my baby daddy for real. Let me tell you something. Nanami, when that man died, I was crying into my pillow like I really lost some penis. Like it was mine. Diablo says, nobody said they can't, but why fight and support a nation who doesn't support you? No, for real. Honestly, it's one of the reasons I feel the way I feel about the military. Mm-hmm. I can't date anybody in the military. It's not because I haven't. It's because I know what that consists of.
Same for cops.
Oh, gee, you know what? I will say this. I can see myself dating somebody from the military. A cop, 12? Girl.
They're both,
but that's the thing. Both. They are both that way, though. Jay is so cool said people have a very abusive social relationship with America, and it's absolutely concerning. Mm-hmm. It truly is. What I will say is that Aaron and I are in a place where the only thing that we want to do is to be able to educate the subsect of people who want to be educated by us. Period. If you don't want to be educated, there's nothing that this platform has for you. And that's the truth. Diablo said, this isn't America I'd want to support and love. I'm fighting for the America we all deserve. Exactly. They say, Sakaru Saturn says, I just think it's funny that everyone tries to force African American to disregard their history. No. Let's be perfectly clear. You have seen British Black people say crazy shit about Black Americans. You have seen a lot of island people say shit about Black Americans. And as a person who was birthed from Black Island Americans, I can tell you right now, no one over here puts up with that shit. At all, and not ever. Because Black Americans deserve to be respected in a regard that a lot of people aren't even ready to do. Whether it's Galveston, Texas, whether it's the Gullah Geechee people, whatever the case is, let me tell you something. There is so much for us to learn from Black Americans, especially ones who have held on to their culture with both fucking hands. I refuse to say anything different. Okay. Jay is so cool says, me too. I'm just trying to get out. Diablo said, most of their history has been erased. What is your obsession with African Americans specifically? African Americans are American. My love. I feel bad saying this.
But you got to.
My love, we were indoctrinated as American. The only difference between your people and my people is a boat stop. Do you know how many Caribbean Africans or Africans from Africa that were sent down to Jamaica and the Bahamas down the river because they wouldn't behave? Because African Americans had so many slave uprisings that no one wants to talk about. Do you know how many Jamaicans, Bahamians, and so on and so on would be like, oh, we had all of these slave uprisings, but they leave out America? Let me tell you something. I will never deny who African Americans are. Ever. Whoa, there's a lot going on here. Hold on. They've had to create their own culture here. 100%. Girl, I just said that. Okay. Okay, listen. Sakura Saturn, I'm gonna be very, very clear with you. This is a pro-black space. A ridiculously pro-black space. Such a pro-black space that we believe that being queer is African. We only believe a lot of the things that happened before Europeans reached our shores. So I'm not gonna lie, it's very strange to see what you're saying. It is. Because the only thing that me and Aaron would like is for black people to understand exactly where they came from. Unfettered.
Black is black is black is black over here. Okay.
I am pro-black American, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And again, black is black is black is black.
Oh,
over
well,
here.
Okay. What the fuck? No, I don't feel like you're understanding. I'm black and born in America, and there are people be like, "Oh, you're a tether. You're not really black. You're not really black American." Whatever the case is.
Because I've been told I'm not black so many times,
bro. And do you see us black as fuck sitting and talking to you? So what I'm saying is that regardless of however you feel. Black American, whether it's Black American, whether it's Black Caribbean, we're all black. I feel like
I can't believe we have to say this though.
I feel like
because if they pull me over, the cops they're gonna say the black. They're not gonna say Jamaican.
Oh, you're Jamaican. I'll let you go. What? And
black is black is black is black. Hello?
It doesn't make any sense. I think they're just trying to derail the conversation to just block them. I wish I'd made somebody a moderator. But what I will say, because we're about to get off here anyway, but what I will say is that I need people to understand that these foundational black Americans, these FBA niggas, a lot of them are full-blown CIA. Full-blown CIA. They do not want black people as a diaspora to unite. Do you see how they were at with the Mona Leo fucking song? You had white people who were like all the non-blacks to the back, and I see this one twink like twerking in his backseat because he don't mind where the fuck he's supposed to be. But you got black Americans being like, I can't believe you done that. No. And to all of the black British people who are going to say that black Americans have no fucking what do they say? They have no culture. They have no whatever. I just need y'all to know you were supposed to be in Nigeria, you stupid bitch. Do not tell me no bullshit right now. It's the same thing as when you see like people who are. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to do the best I can.
Because we both said.
I'm CIA because I support my people. Okay, all right. This is all from a private account.
Of course.
But what I'm trying to say is, more than importantly, is like, stop listening to fringe ass niggas. Stop listening to people who are like, oh, well, we're only black American and only black American people can come on this side. That's not fucking real, bro. It's not. Because as far as I'm concerned, black Americans are me and I am black Americans. Straight the fuck up. Especially if I were to get pulled over in this country, they're not going to be like, is your dad Bahamian? I'm just going to get roped.
And mind you, ICE agents are snatching up black Americans.
And
they
listen,
don't give a damn.
And
what kind of black? If you're black,
if you kind of black, if you butter brown black, if you caramel black, if you brown butter black, you're black no matter what, especially in this fucking country. And listen, you don't think that I don't know that a lot of Nigerians happen to be like some raccoon ass niggas. Of course I do. Duh, I'm alive. However,
I'm alive.
Look, what are we saying? Like, I can see it. However, listen, I don't tolerate bullshit from anybody who is not Black American, and I don't tolerate bullshit from other Black people in diaspora. And I don't care who you are. Period. Okay, I agree with you saying about Black British people. Okay, well, that's nice. Jay goes, they're saying it because they think Black people that are Americans have privilege in this country, and we don't. Sakura says, Jay I don't think we do, but we definitely do abroad, and that's why people... Okay, so let me go ahead and make this super clear. The only time that you have black privilege abroad is if you are working for the United States Army. Cool. So, I want to make sure that that is something we cannot dispute. What I'm going to say is, I don't care what type of Black you are Black. Now, if you want to be those like, I know Black Dominicans, or I'm Somali and I'm not Black, I can't claim you, bitch. That's just all. But if you think over here we do any separation in reference to xenophobia, you have to find a new podcast. Because we uplift Black Americans just as much as we uplift any Pan-Africanist who is not homophobic. Like the broadcast show, like, oh, thank you.
Divide and conquer has always been the goal of white supremacy, and y'all,
again,
a lot of y'all just
we were calling ourselves Black before everyone else. Like, what's your point? Okay, it's fine. Anyway, so I just want to let you know, because we're about to get off here. Being queer is African. And being Black is global. Do whatever you like with that information.
And on that note, that wraps it up.
Thank you so much for giving us any of your attention at time for the Earth is Ghetto podcast. I am Sid.
And I am Erin.
All right, and we will talk to you guys in the next one. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. Jay is so cool. Allison.